on the trail where it walks through a covered portion of a building. And the beautiful part of this morning is, as I get ready to step off, all that fog and everything from yesterday has decided to finally blow out. So here we go, putting in some miles. Taking a quick breather after that trek up out of Neels Gap. That's a pretty decent climb coming up, and had some nice weather at the start, but higher I go, back into the clouds we go. Temperature's not too bad. It's about 49 degrees right now, and I looked at the radar. There's some rain right now, but it's the green light drizzle stuff, so I'm gonna hold off on putting my rain jacket on for right now, just to see if this passes, because I'd really like for these clothes to dry before I get to camp tonight. So I'm gonna play a little bit of a gamble there. It's supposed to warm up, so I think it's pretty safe right now to hike a little wet. But anyway, so far so good this morning. The climb felt good. Good to know that the hiking legs didn't disappear over the last few days. And all right, we're heading on. 0.4 miles from Wolf Laurel Top. The clouds have rolled back in, the rain's here, and get a bit chillier, so put on my jacket. The views, kind of eerie conditions for hiking, but nonetheless, I'm on the AT. Can't beat that. All right, talk to you. At mile 36.5, there's a blue blaze down for water, and up out of Neels Gap, headed towards Neels Gap. This is about the midway point, and about your only option to get water for 8 miles. All right. Doing my hat and backpack to rest too. They've been working hard this morning. So after you get water, it is a pretty steep climb back up the hill, but again, it's only about maybe 0.1, 0.2 down to the water, and given the fact that this is it's not one you want to pass by, so keep an eye out for that blue blaze at mile 36.5. This is the trail leading up to Green Cliff Top. This is a view right here, but as you can see, the clouds, it's not one, but I'll tell you, I was standing here just mesmerized by the purity of that view. You know, paint your own landscape, see what you want to see out there. It's a blank canvas. All right, I think a little oxygen's starting to get to me. Cheers. Getting ready to head down off of Crow Rock Mountain. I'm sure that's a beautiful view out there. It's a nice spot up here. It's been a weird weather day. It's kind of warming up. There's some thunderstorms coming in from the west. So once I get down to the bottom of the mountain here, kind of reevaluate what I'm going to do the rest of the day. I want to make sure that I'm set up well in advance of that rain and stuff coming in. So we'll see where it takes us. Still painting that canvas. Not that much filming today with the camera facing me, but this is probably some of the thickest fog I think I've ever walked in my life. So that's the trail right there behind me, and that's only about 75 feet to that tree. Really interesting how this is blown in. It started going away, and then it's gotten thicker. So I'm on my way down to Neels Gap, and I will kind of reevaluate things then. Cheers. Got some storms rolling in tonight, so made a decision to head down to Whitley Gap Shelter. So I'll let you walk along for a moment. This is a pretty cool little trail. It's sort of the February green tunnel. All right, getting steep and it's rocky and it's wet. Pay attention. More later. Just got down to the Whitley Gap shelter water source, and what a beautiful sight that is. That is coming right out of the hill right there, right out of the mountain. That's all you're needed. Just fill up and treat. Probably don't even need to treat it. So that's probably going to be some of the most delicious water I've tasted on this trip so far. And interestingly enough, as I walked down from the shelter, fog started clearing. You can see some of the ridges on the other side over there. So I'll show you the shelter when I get back up to the top. This is the trail as it leads into Whitley Gap Shelter. You can see the blue blaze there on the tree. Bare cables right here as you enter camp. This is the shelter, table, fire pit. Looks like some tent sites out here, and further down there looks like even more tent sites, and right over the hill there is the privy down there. All right, got to get set up for camp. The fog came back. Took a look at the weather. I've got LTE service here. Took a look at the weather, and that rain is definitely headed right for us. Some of which are thunderstorms, and they've been bouncing in and out of severe thunderstorms to just normal thunderstorms throughout the day. So I made the decision that coming to a shelter would be the best bet at this point. A little bit of a commitment to come down here the 1.2 miles, but I've got it all to myself, and the water is amazing, and everything's going to be fantastic. So I'll video more shortly. Just a quick video before I turn into my tent. Rains are coming tonight. There's nobody else at the shelter, so I kind of pitch my tent in the shelter a little bit. Semi-freestanding, so should be okay. There's enough room for me in there. It's kind of a one-person tent when it's semi-freestanding. But weather said, or the sunset was 6:17. Last light at 6:43, and it is 6:35 outside, and as you can see, the fog's totally set in, but I mean, there's no light out there. So when it says last light is at 6 something, then should always be prepared for that. Close out video for today. I've got some 4G LTE signal here in the shelter, which is a bit of a gift. We don't normally get that, or haven't seen it much until now. So I'm going to try to get this video put together and out. I've had a request already for today's video, so that's kind of exciting. And totally appreciate everyone watching, and all the feedback and all the comments and everything. It's just it's very humbling, and I appreciate it. It's encouraging. I'm sure that everyone that has watched previous hikers and everything, and Early Riser pointed it out, that it's you feel somewhat accountable to everyone. Today's mileage covered about 7 miles for the AT and 1.2 miles for the Whitley Gap Trail. This was a very nice trail. It's going to be a nice warm-up to get back to the AT tomorrow, but I've got 1.2 pretty much straight up out of here for about half of the trail, and then back up to the AT. And onward. I'm not sure how far we're going to get tomorrow, but I think tomorrow morning, once I get up and get everything packed up, and tonight I'll spend some time looking over kind of my plan and strategy for tomorrow, and then I'll start tomorrow's video off and show you what we wound up with after all the storms tonight. And anyway, just one more thing to add from today. As I was walking down the trail, I looked for hearts, as many as I could find. Took pictures of them along the way, and take a look at one of the fallen trees. There's a white blaze on the tree that fell, but as it fell, it knocked another tree over and made the AT signal that you see, the A with the T in it, so many times. I thought it was pretty interesting. But you'll see it. Take a look hard at it. Maybe because I'm through hiking the AT, I see things that people don't. But anyway, just wanted to add that in, get it into the video.